Yo, what it do, what it is, y'all. It's your boy Telling Me Rock. You're now tuned into the infamous No Filter Show. And as always, I'm joined by my great co-host,
Mr. Quickster, BBF representative. Y'all know what it is. Mr. K Quick, Walter, and Dexter Fitz. It is IamKQuick.com. Yeah.
And naturally, this is your boy GMO, aka non-GMO. We got some bald head hoe shit we're gonna talk about tonight, yeah.
I guest star.
And I am just star as always with the technical difficulties.
Now, can I ask y'all a question? Hey, listen. I wanted to go over that video that we just played, and I would like to say that we have made a lot of progress. And in my shirt that I was wearing, you can see my titty, okay? And I wanted to make sure that male titties are okay. Rock and Quick. When are we gonna show male breast tissue out here, man? When we gonna do what the fuck we do, bro?
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. When I go to the pool, bro, I don't wear a shirt, nigga.
Man, that's a dad bod. No, I'm talking about revealing clothing, bro. That was like lingerie I was wearing.
Oh, he's talking about like I think he's talking about the joint back in the day, like with dudes used to wear the mesh, like almost fishnet-esque type things with the jerry curl flowing and all that.
No,
you know what? Because what it is, I be seeing Sheen advertisements on Facebook. Having dudes wearing this Shalimar Prince looking stuff. I'm like, I wish Mo would come out the house wearing this stuff.
If you come to my door wearing a see-through shirt with your nipples out, bro, I'm gonna kindly ask you to go home and change.
First and foremost, it doesn't count. I can show my nipples because I got a chest, right? But I got man chest, right? But I think it gets violating when we show our navels through a shirt. That's more revealing than anything does. Ain't that right, ladies? If a man shows his navel, ain't that sexual to y'all? Like a navel? Like,
y'all whole bodies is sexual to us.
What the hell? Bye, Mo. Just bye. Goodbye.
I just want to make sure that the inspiration of what is his name? God damn it, Rick Ross is coming back out with that album.
I'm gonna tell you this.
I want to make sure man titties on deck. Okay, I just want to.
I actually had I had no problem with my I had no problem with my navel, bro. If the navel's out,
any or outie.
It's an innard.
See. I'm a
person. I like feet.
It's an inner, bro. I saw a video. This chick had a belly button literally looked like a thumb, bro. It's like sticking out like this. Like, bro, they didn't cut the cord far enough. It's like they cut it from here and then just let it heal up, and then now she got a thumb sticking out her stomach. And then, but the thing is, it showed. I initially saw the belly button because it was one of them time-lapse videos that showed her during her pregnancy. Now, firstly, congratulations to her. It looks like she had a healthy baby. The pregnancy was successful. But as the bigger that belly got, the bigger that outie got. And that joint looked like, oh my gosh, I don't even know how to describe it. It just grew with the stomach.
That's why I wish men could get pregnant, because then our dicks would be long as hell.
It'll more likely be your balls.
What? You know what? I'm sorry. This conversation was about to go totally somewhere where we ain't even ready to go just yet. You know what I'm saying? But before it goes there, because this man said he wish.
Notice my face.
Bro, could you, and I'm gonna say this before we move on. Could you imagine shooting a baby out your dick, bro?
No.
Bruh, no.
But just imagine, bro. We shoot babies out of our penises.
Millions at one time.
Hey, a big
we
pregnant
shoot.
And
man
we get,
wobbling around with his
we
hands
get,
behind his back would be the cutest shit ever.
Say
bro.
what about my
If you
mama?
wanna,
Listen,
if you wanna see that, you better watch that episode of Cosby.
Oh hell no.
I
You
saw
know
that
what happened?
episode of Cosby. I think that would be so cute. I would be
It would look
rubbing
like
his feet,
Nah,
helping him sit down,
our
bringing him
penises
his
would
food. You crazy. He
our
would
penises would be like
definitely be
shredded
spoiled.
balloons. It would look like balloons that had C4 set off in it. No, I
all
don't
right,
ever
all
wish
right,
pregnancy on a
all right.
man.
So let's just all right. So let's say this. Let's say this, cause let's say that was to happen, and it would all show the same way it would things on women swell up. Let's say it did all show in our male parts. Now, I haven't been through it yet, but Rock, Mo, ladies, correct me if I'm wrong. While you ladies are pregnant, you ladies still partake in sexual activity, correct? So while
Yeah.
our male parts are newly swollen because of this baby, we gonna still want some.
That's all I was getting ready to say. You wouldn't find a baby in brain and being solid. But your penis would swell because our vagina some would swell, but it
Phoenix, I
Nah,
just
if
want to
you
say this.
pregnant,
Your audio sounds terrible.
Man,
Very,
she up that motherfucker. It sounds like your voice is
yeah.
using a vibrator.
Whoa.
Jesus Christ. And she
Oh
can't even hear it.
no.
She's half deaf. It's like we had guy you deaf right now, y'all. Sign language to the sign
I
language to her.
swear, but no, when I was talking about the swollen parts, bro, even when I try to say it clean, it just sounds weird. I mean, wow. That was horrible sounding.
The idea of men giving birth would be non-existent, bro. Because if we still had the same amount of testosterone, let's think about this, y'all. Let's think about how we think as men, right? We barely want to have kids. Thank God we don't have to have them. We just make them. We help make kids, right? We don't have a natural instinct in our body. Now, take away the natural instinct that a woman has as a nurturer, and a man gets pregnant. Do you know how many abortions there would be out here? The Anacostia River would be
Nah,
full
that's
of baby
facts.
bones.
That's facts. No, because for real, in all honesty, that's a strength that women have that men do not possess. That's one thing that I will stand 10 toes on. I admire the strength that you all possess and the strength that it takes to bear, carry, and give birth to a child. And if it was the other way around, as Mo said, the end of humanity would surely come. Like straight up.
So, fellas, I want to play a video for y'all. Oh, team, I want to play a video. But I want y'all to vote to decide. I have 5 videos that, I was scrolling through in the late night and I said, I'm going to play this on the show about nothing. But I couldn't decide which one I wanted to play. So I need y'all to pick 1 through 5.
Let's rock.
All right,
Pick a
what we
number.
got?
Pick a number 1 through 5. 3.
Let me stop messing with Phoenix and change this thing.
Mo, pick a number.
5.
5.
2.
2. Quick.
Any number, even if it was already said,
Yup.
forget it. I'll go against the grain. 4.
God damn. We got Angel said 5. So we got 2 people for 5.
Okay, thank you. All right, so kill that music for me real quick, Mo.
All right, gotcha.
And this is dope that you picked this one. This is that video.
The toxic that you like.
I like a nigga who, if I say leave me alone, he don't leave me alone. He might do at my door.
But what's something toxic that you like?
I like a gentle toxic. Like after you beat my ass, I want you to come fuck me right after.
What's something toxic that you like?
Okay, low-key, I like when a nigga beat my ass.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. If we arguing, like, bro, you gotta put me in my place. You feel me? If not, I'm gonna feel like I can bitch you.
What's something toxic that you like?
I like to argue, and I don't like to be wrong, so I keep the argument going.
Wait, what's something toxic that you like?
I love a nigga to slap the fuck out of me when I'm talking crazy.
What's something toxic that you like?
Choking.
Something toxic that you like. Something toxic that you like.
I like a nigga who...
How do y'all feel about that?
What the fuck, bro?
Well, firstly, so there's women out there who call for this domestic violence. They look for domestic violence. So this, what? Now, granted, this explains a whole lot of those bad patterns that we've discussed many a times on the show. So this confirms that some of them ask for it. They want to get knocked upside their head. This is crazy. I gotta process this still. Somebody else talk.
Go ahead, Phoenix. Oh, never mind. Go ahead, Star.
Hey, that's crazy. I don't want nobody putting their hands on me ever. But I have a toxic trait that's a little close to that. So remember we was talking about that what was it? A soundbite that Jill Scott gave that other show who we won't name, where she said, if you can tell me what to do, then tell me what to do. If you can't tell me what to do, you can't tell me what to do. So in the spirit of that, I like to be yelled at. If we're having a heated argument and you're just like, look, shut up and listen. Oh, I love that. I love that. I swear it just shows the masculinity in you. And I just melt.
Well, what I said is for you to go in the back right now. So Rock, do that.
Bruh. 42 years on this goddamn blessed plane. On this
I already
plane.
gave her what she wanted.
Bruh, what the holy shit, bro? Like, now listen, I have ran into toxic women that do enjoy certain things like that, right? They'll test you just in order to bring it out of you, but why? But why? Like, because if I hit you too hard, I'm catching a case. If I choke you out too much, I'm catching a case. Like, everything is a case. Facts. If I go out of control, and some people don't know how to, like, you know, behave. You might be igniting a flame in somebody.
Facts. And for real, you say that to the wrong person, they will do that. They'll go full-fledged, I turn on you. And just like that, being that we're a man, if a woman asks, because it seems like those little, well, as somebody said in the comments, that she, what's her name, said that they're not women, they're little girls. I can concur. If one of them asks you to beat them, that's the end of the relationship for me. I ain't doing that. Because it seems they really want to you to hand bone them.
Rock, what you got?
Man, that shit is fucking weird. I got big ass hands, and you want me to smack the shit out you?
Right.
Nah.
That's all called. That's called evidence.
Yeah. Nah.
How many fingerprints?
I think that's according to age.
Face?
Nah.
I think that's according to age. All them girls look young.
But it's still, you're right. But it's still grown women that's out here that rock just like that.
And it will translate into womanhood.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they may be 21. They are considered women legally, but I think 25 on up, you know, that's where it really translates into womanhood. I mean, it's just like my theory on women with a lot of piercings in their face. Most of the women that I've talked to that had piercings in their face, and I started the correlation with the relationships that I've had in the past, that most of them have been through traumatic sexual experiences. And so they tend to torture themselves with pain. So I don't understand where this is coming from to have physical harm from a man. I'm listening.
I have some speculate. This is just speculation or a possibility. Now, it basically stems off of what you said. It could stem from traumatic events. Even if we go from upbringing, they may have grown up in an environment where they're used to seeing people in long-term relationships that happen to be abusive. Unfortunately, there are relationships where the man abuses the woman, but they're probably still together till this day, and it's just like a regular thing with them.
I had a question. Are you referring to the video or the women with piercings? What are you referring to at this moment?
I'm referring to the women, the girls in the video who like getting punched on. Sorry, I should have clarified that. But that's probably why when you hear them saying, I want him to beat me, I want him to smack me, so on and so forth, because probably in their mind, that equates to how a man shows their affection. Now, granted, that's just probably based on what they're used to, but it's a thing that happens. You know, they are, like I said, they probably used to seeing these relationships where presumably the woman who's getting abused, you know, Stockholm syndrome, loves the man unconditionally, but the man puts hands on her. And that's the only, and it's just a reflection of that. Now this is just an option, a speculation. That's probably what could be the issue.
Well, what I can say, being a woman, when you're a naturally aggressive woman anyway, you like dominance. Like what they said in that video, I don't want to be fighting nobody. I don't find it attractive for you to knock me out or none of that. But sexually, I do enjoy that. Yes, pop me. Sexually, that's probably the only time that you can get away with calling me a bitch because you're talking dirty, and I don't know how to explain that. It's just more passionate. Now, you just smacking me because you felt like it. I ain't with that. And as far as what Mo was saying about the piercings or whatever, the truth of the matter is, for a lot of women, and I'm speaking from a woman that had a lot of piercings at one time. I've removed them all now. But transferring emotional pain into physical pain feels more liberating. That's why tattoos and piercings are addictive to a lot of people. Sometimes it doesn't even have to be a traumatic sexual experience, just trauma, period. You kind of feel like you're freeing yourself and you're dealing with it every time you get a new piercing or a new tattoo.
Man.
I will say, for me, the reasons why tattoos are therapeutic to me, and this probably, or were therapeutic to me, for those who don't know, I used to self-mutilate. You know, physical pain doesn't, you know, bother me. When this is going through it, this is nothing but numbness. And that pain from that, or that whatever release comes from that tattoo, that's basically the healthiest way to get that the mutilation gave.
The crazy part about it is that what both of you are saying, usually when we get piercings or tattoos, there's a release of endorphins, right? There's a certain numbing agent that happens within the brain. Is that what we are looking for when we are self-mutilating and or trying to initiate pain from another person towards us?
I say it's more so a release of dopamine, not endorphins. It's not a numbing feeling, it's a relaxing feeling. It's like, okay, so scientists say that mental and emotional pain is way worse than physical. So in the vein of that, that would probably explain better what it feels like to get a tattoo or a piercing after going through some type of emotional or mental trauma.
I have one of the ugliest tattoos on my arm that I've been trying to cover up for years when my father passed. And I cannot remember feeling any pain that whole time. I cannot remember feeling any goddamn pain. The dopamine just would not release for some reason. I was so numb to the fact that, you know, he was gone, he was passed. You know what I'm saying? But I mutilated myself and I went through torture, you know, for hours just because I wanted to feel some type of pain other than what I was feeling mentally and emotionally, you know what I'm saying, with the passing of my father, you know. So I totally understand, you know, and I get where everybody's coming from, man. That's spot on, for real. Great way to explain that stuff.
I see Quick want to talk. I literally went to sleep when I got every tattoo except for 2. I have 2 tattoos below the belly button. Only time I couldn't go to sleep. Every other tattoo anywhere else, I was out like a light, like it was just not a big deal. It was so relaxing to me and so calming that, you know, they had to wake me up and like, okay, you're finished. Super relaxing.
Quick, you got something?
I mean, we said everything. I mean, if we're talking about tattoos here, I mean, my first tattoo, I actually documented the experience from 2 perspectives. One, I have a vlog up on my YouTube channel, you know, at KQuick86. If y'all want to check that out. And then if you search on I actually went live on Facebook as well. While I was filming that, I was live on Facebook and I was just having a regular conversation. And matter of fact, I can show you. So I got my logo tatted on me, the coloring and all that was done all in one sitting. And if anybody who's never asked a tattoo, anybody will say, if you get your shading, if you get the coloring, it's gonna hurt, so on and so forth. No, it didn't hurt me one bit. I was on there having like regular conversations with people on live, with my brother and my tattoo artist, who's my bro. You know what I mean? Then, of course, my brother, and everybody on live was trying to pick at me. Like, see, you're starting to tear up and so on and so forth. I'm like, no, I'm good. Didn't bother me one bit.
I definitely want Rock to answer because Rock has this experience when it comes to sports, the aspect of taking pain out on other human beings, right? What do you got for that, Rock?
What about the pain with tattoos and shit?
No, we're talking about just your aspect of releasing the dopamine, right? So you, per se, you played football. I could imagine that the focus that you had, right? You possibly could have went through something traumatic in your youth to where you became the monster on the football field. Is that true to you?
Football definitely was a therapy just because I got to release that physical energy. You feel me? A lot of times what's fucked up when people really get their ass whooped, sometimes it happens because it's a built up frustration. You feel me? A lot of people turn the cheek, a lot of people walk away from shit, but when they finally get to punch a nigga in the face or release that energy, it's in the worst way on whoever it is. So unfortunately, there was a lot of people that got hit and there was a lot of people that got ran through, you feel me, on the football field. You know, like, yeah. Now, as far as tattoos, it's therapy to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a pain, and I like the pain. You know what I'm saying? It's one like, you know, we all. It's two different types of pain. It's pain that hurts, and then it's pain that feels good. You feel me? And that's kind of like a guilty pleasure pain because I have tattoos, ranging from like by my wrist where the bone is, where that shit hurts, up until like around my chest, close to my nipple. You feel me? Like, so I experienced it every damn near in all the sensitive spots, except for, you feel me, my dick. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not tatting my dick because if you tat your dick, you're a wild one. You know what I'm saying? And I know that sounded weird, and you guys looked at me like that's gay. And speaking of gay, hold on, this was my segue. Go ahead. Whoa, no, Mo. Matter of fact, go in the back. We're not even gonna give him a chance to say that shit. We gonna go ahead and see Damn! God damn it, quick. This segment was for you. So, ladies, y'all used to watch wrestling, right? Let's bring Mo back. Y'all used to watch wrestling, right?
I did.
Come on back, quick. Come on, buddy. There's no dick tats on the show. None. Okay?
Come here, quick. Come on, quick.
So look, we all watch wrestling, right?
Yes.
As a fan, we used to get sized over their monologues, right?
Yeah, the promos, they call them.
Yeah. Have you ever really realized how gay they sound?
I know where you're going. I've seen the montages of all the weird sounding stuff.
Let's get to it.
You come in my face, I'm gonna fight you. Well, you're not gonna bust a nut anytime we're in the ring. I'm gonna get off by cranking your knob just a little beyond the breaking point.
When I get my hands on you, I'm gonna eat your ass like a pot of collard greens, baby.
I'm gonna stretch his ass like it's never been stretched before. You can hide behind that commissioner stuff just so long until I jerk a knot in your ass.
And if you don't think I'm good enough, and you grab a hold of me, and you'll know that I'm growing, my man. Within your hands, I will get as big as I need to be to do the job on you. There's one part of our bodies that's soft, and it ain't soft all the time.
If you catch my meaning, I'm gonna come on you like nobody's ever come on you before. Just you and I getting it on like two men should do. Oh, that dick's right. You come in my face, I'm going.
Oh shit, Jesus!
What
the fuck was we watching?
Billy Gunn, come on, bro. Come on, Billy Gunn. No. And Matt and
2020. The writers were freaks.
I mean, that's the bruh. Jeff Jarrett, what were you thinking, bruh? What were you thinking, Devil J? What were you thinking?
Hey, listen, this was beyond the realm of what I even remembered. I swear I thought he was gonna put up Macho Man Randy Savage, the little Slim Jim commercial. Snap it to a Slim Jim. Yeah, I wasn't expecting this.
Nah, I've seen it before. That's why I knew exactly where he was going. That was all that sounded extremely hilarious.
Our childhood, ladies and gentlemen, and they wonder why women like me and Wheezy have 5 kids now.
So since we're on the
because he had 2 words for you.
Suck it.
Good one. So look, since we're talking about sports, I gotta share this video with y'all as well. I thought it was dope, but unfortunately, like people had endless fucking jokes in the comments, and I didn't find them funny. A couple of them made me snicker, but I thought it was fucked up. This is pretty dope. Check it out. They put the man in motion. They're blocking. They're playing football. I thought that was super dope.
Yeah, that's dope. I like that. That's fire.
The comments was this person said that was a hell of a wheel route. I'm not even getting to the comments.
Yeah, let's please not even do that.
I have somebody that is trying to get on this goddamn show because I promised him that he was going to segue. I think that's the perfect segue of throwing balls at people with no legs. Okay, so
yeah,
I'm gonna introduce him real quick. I'm sorry, y'all. Hold on, let me go get this rat bastard. Hey, bring your bitch at.
Oh yeah, I did hear Unc had some shit he wanted to talk about, and it's
all right. So we do have some key points that we have to touch on tonight. I promised the audience that we were going to talk about the sex tape. How many of y'all, raise a hand, seen the sex tape most recently of Sexy Red?
I have.
I saw pictures.
Ew.
Okay. All right. That's a yay for Just Star. Thank you so much for your participation. You saw pictures of it?
Because I searched it because I wanted to see, because the first thing I seen was this media platform post her response to it on Twitter. Well, X now it's called. And I'm like, what is all this about? And then I searched it and it popped up, and the first thing I seen was like pictures and all that. I didn't click on a video.
Well, there is one thing that I like to tell you, son, and the rest of the No Filter show. I really didn't get on here to give a fuck about y'all opinions. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to express mine because my nephew told me that this is my time to shine. So may I just do my thing, okay? Is that okay? Are y'all feeling this? Are y'all feeling this? Okay, all right. So I had a couple bullet points, and this is from the 70s. I still use a pen and a pad. I don't use a tablet or none of that shit that y'all use nowadays. So I wanted to talk first about the man nipples that she has. A lot of men don't express the fact that some women just have man nipples. We are not attracted to man nipples. She was thugged out, man nippled down. That is the equivalent. That is the equivalent of somebody trying to get a fake banana from the 7-Eleven. Okay? Yep. Everybody knows. Everybody knows. All right. Now, besides that, young lady, I'm from the 70s and we wore afros on our crotches, okay? But you were pretty bald down there. And I would like to say that your booty hole is damn sure pink and your vagina is brown. So I think you had it reversed. You were built like Caesar from the Planet of the Apes. I see baboons' ass everywhere. You have hemorrhoids, young lady. And yep, I think that's about it. Now, for all the women out there that doesn't understand that the age that I grew up in, where condoms and contraceptives and the different forms of things that you guys have, this technology that you had to keep pregnancy down. Why in the hell would you take a risk with a woman that's built like Young Thug? Now, I had a chance to talk to my nephew earlier, and he showed me pictures of Young Thug and his regalia when he was wearing dresses and Scottish kilts and shit. And he wore pink hair with sparkles all over his fucking face. I think that she is a reincarnation of that man while he's in prison. I think that is AI at its finest. Artificial intelligence, light skin power. But anytime you look at a vagina and you have to spit start it midway, and I think y'all noticed that the man was dribbling all over his own Johnson, that is not wet coochie. So she can never brag again, okay? She can never brag again. Any questions to the founder of the Light Skin Coalition? I digress. Anything?
No comments.
Okay, quick. You have never had to spit start a coochie, evidently. So, all right. You don't know what dry hoof is. Dry hoof. Dry. Dry hoof. Shit on my throat. I'm trying to think. Dry hoof is something that grandmas never told anybody that was underneath
Wait. I need you to take 10 seconds and get fully back in the character.
I'm sorry, I'm sneezing, son.
You almost threw yourself out, so get fully back.
I'm sorry. My dimension was kicking in slightly. I'm sorry. I had to my dementia. I'm sorry. I'm up there with them, but dry hoof is where it's a condition where the grandmamas used to hide underneath the moo-moos. That's why they kept the house so hot. That's why the oven was always on. That's why they cook so good. Women, you gotta have dry hoof syndrome to have good cornbread. That's where the moisture lies at. They used to eat it and use it as a tool to lube up the dildos. Yep, they had dildos back then too. I remember the first ones. They were made out of wood, and you used to have to soak them down with peanut oil. So you would always, it was a free allergy test for women that, older women. They used to have free allergy tests.
I heard about them. I had to study them in history. Don't they gotta like sand the sides before every use to smooth it?
No, it's called seasoning. So what you do is, it's just like a cast iron skillet, son. What you do is once you oil it, you gotta throw it on. You gotta throw it in the fire. Okay, and that's called the coochie. The coochie is the fire because we didn't have shears back then to cut the hair. So instead of the man getting the brush burns and stuff before the waxes were invented, they would just shave down the pubic hairs with the phallus, as we call it. I'm sorry. You know what? Maybe I went too far. I think tonight is one of them uncomfortable nights for me. Rock, TaylorMade. Anybody else would like to chime in real quick? Any questions? I'm a little nervous now. I never talked about vagina this much.
I don't know. Look, speaking of vagina pop, I got a question for you.
Mm.
Was it the vagina that had this man heartbroken like this?
Please come home. I got beans and bologna.
Is that an example of? See, that's dark skin power. See, I think you got it fucked up.
Rock, what would it take for us to sample that?
It'll be done tonight.
My God, we got to make something out of that.
Smokey Robinson is the perfect example of light skin power. Have you seen Smokey Robinson with his bad hips up there singing about drugs and shit?
Oh my God!
A light skinned man would never. A light-skinned man would never do such a thing. He would never have the top of his mouth missing and singing about beans and bologna. Who the fuck comes home to beans and bologna? Huh? Raise your hands. No? Nobody?
I wonder if Smokey ever performed that song at one of his shows.
Of course he did. He is the greatest light-skinned human being alive. He wrote half of Motown, son. Everything that you love and know is from Smokey Robinson at 16.
Agreed.
All right, man. I want some light skin respect on his name. All right, Birdman is the only person I really follow from you youngins, and I like him. I like Birdman. What does he say? That shit, or is that Cardi B? Is that
What do you mean from this? Don't you like Drake? He's like the light skinned person of the generation.
I
Hey,
do. I adore Drake. I do.
hey,
Yes, sir.
Cody said he was singing to his dog. He wanted him to come home.
You know what? Now that makes all the sense in the world because only a pit bull could love a mouth like that.
Oh,
He looked like he tongue kisses pit bulls
Bruh.
every day.
Stop it.
That's how you get gingivitis, kissing your dogs. Don't kiss the fucking dogs now. All right. All right. Hello? Hello?
You good, bruh.
All right. So
You got it on.
with that being said, I am going to digress, and I hope y'all have a great show. I'm going to get my idiot nephew back on here, and I thank y'all for having me as a guest. I'm sorry for trying to take over, but I feel like I'm a star. And next time, ladies, if you want to see some nipples, make sure that you inbox my nephew because I am sure trying to get a peep show. All right?
Wow. Okay, so shout out to Unc for coming on. It's always eventful. This nigga said, "Have you ever had to spit started coochie like that? That's bad." You know what I'm saying? Thankfully, in my youth, I never had to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? It was always, it was like
He
Little
wasn't
Caesars pizza.
ready.
It was hot and ready. You feel me? But nah. So look, ladies, and I want Phoenix and Star to respond to this video that I'm about to share with you guys. Like I said, I got videos for days tonight. This is what happens when Rock is up all night just scrolling, and I think this is a real good one. You ladies ready?
Let's do it.
Men don't give a shit about no cooking and cleaning. I'm just gonna keep it a bean with y'all. We was cooking and cleaning before we met y'all. We had to make ourselves a meal and we had to clean up the house before y'all got there. Meaning that's not the things that we only and mostly need you to help for. You know what I mean? And women don't understand that a lot of time. They think
that's the foundation.
They think bringing that to the table makes them valuable. I promise you, sex, cleaning, cooking, that shit don't make you valuable with men.
We appreciate it.
We appreciate it. I said, but make the value.
But that's not the make or break for most guys
at all.
It ain't. It's how you support us emotionally.
Being his peace.
Being that peace. Those things are the most important things for guys. We living in a time where we all know how to. I know how to cook my own and do it. Did not do. Is it appreciated when it's done for me? Absolutely.
Right.
But I know how to do that myself. I want you to give me something that sometimes I might not be able to give myself.
Correct. That's what it's supposed to be.
You know what I'm saying? And sometimes that support and that believing, believe in me, that type of emotional support.
It's exchange of strength and weaknesses.
Yep. Exchange of strengths and weaknesses. Yep. Build each other.
So, ladies, that man said a lot. In today's society and relationships, like a lot of women think that just bringing sex and being able to cook and clean to the table is just enough. Based off of what he said, how do y'all feel about that?
Let's start with her.
What? Why I gotta go first? I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it is what it is. You know what I mean? When guys say women don't give them that, I can't relate. My situation and my life experiences is completely different. At the end of the day, we were put here to be nurturers. So in the event that you can't be a nurturer, sucks for you.
Well, damn. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say I agree. And again, we all know, well, not everybody, but everybody, most men know how to cook. Most men, some of them know how to cook better than the women. So I agree with what they're saying. That's something that a lot of women don't get though. They don't understand that because it's always, with the song, I don't cook, I don't clean, But the thing is, that's what they say. Either you gotta be having sex or you gotta be able to cook and clean. And that's all that most women are taught. They're not taught the rest. You have to learn the hard way about the rest.
Rocco?
I feel like that's absolutely true. I mean, I feel like that man, my mama raised me to the point where I can take care of myself. I can cook, I can clean, I can maintain a house. You know what I'm saying? I realize I can do that shit for myself. And not only can I do it, but I can do it very well. I'm not a nigga that can get in the kitchen and just make a grilled cheese sandwich or some oodles and noodles and call it self-cooking. Nah, I'm not that type of man. You feel me? So in a relationship, I do expect more. You feel me? I feel like in a relationship, a man and woman, you're supposed to be your spouse's biggest cheerleader. You feel me? Meaning you're supposed to be the one standing behind them saying, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. You got it, you got it. Because at the end of the day, the whole world is against us, hoping that we lose or fail. You feel me? So it takes that extra moral support. You feel me? On them days where we can't pick ourselves up, where we feel low. You feel me? We need that. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of feel it's a man is only as good as his woman. You feel me? And just hear me. What's the point of being a good man with ambition, looking to move forward and try to make things happen, if your woman ain't on the same page? And that kind of goes vice versa. You feel me? If y'all ain't on the same page and she not pushing you, or he not pushing you, then what's the point?
Quick, you got anything? All right, so
Pretty much it's everything that's been said. I mean, I agree with the gentleman. I mean, what else can you bring to the table other than what I can do for myself?
This is the thing nowadays. Everybody is so independent, right? Everybody can have anything that they desire if they just go after it, right? Without the help or the need of necessarily monetary, how can I put it, physical needs. And the only thing, just like Cody said, right? He said, my dumb ass needs emotional and mental support, and I was blessed with a real one. Now, congratulations to you on that aspect. I think that is the most major part of the fundamentals that we're missing nowadays, right? Is that the baseline now, because everything is so materialistic and you can get whatever you want. A woman can start an OnlyFans and be rich. You can go out here and get a trucking business and be rich. Whatever the fuck you desire, you can do, right? Two of the extremes on the opposite spectrum. The one thing that we are all missing is the emotional support. Just like Rock said, the cheerleader, right? Men and women both have to be that person in each other's lives. We both have to build each other up to that point. You know what I'm saying? Where we have to, how can I put this? If a person was to leave you nowadays, if they take half or more, you don't care anymore. It's almost expected. The only thing that a person can leave with nowadays is your emotional baggage and or your secrets. I think that is the part that everybody suffers from. That brick wall, that person that stands there in the fire with you, not the financer. You know what I'm saying? Not the person that provides the cooked meals. Fuck a cooked meal. You can Uber that shit now. You know what I'm saying? Everything's so convenient, but what's not convenient is staying there in that fight. You know, sorry to be long-winded, y'all.
That's real though.
Yeah,
he stumped us.
Exactly.
No, I was trying to wait till everybody muted because I'm a Mikey. So, I was gonna say I agree. The thing is, it's a lot harder out here to find somebody who's willing to take their time and who has the patience. It's a lot harder to have somebody that's consistently doing that. So that's kind of one of the reasons why I think people don't push. You need to be emotionally. All you hear a lot of women need to be a man's piece. I agree with that. I do. But a woman can't be a man's piece if she's not in peace. If she does not have peace, she doesn't know what peace is. And a man can't know what peace is or accept peace from a woman if he don't know what it is either. So it's like you can come into something and want and desire something or have a need. But if you are not open and willing to accept that, and if you're not open and willing to give it, then everybody lacks. So it's important that the person that is receiving and the person that is giving, which it should be reciprocated both ways, have to be willing to accept it and have to be willing to give.
So you said something about peace, right? So do you think that two people should find a peace before jumping into a relationship? Because in my situation, you feel me, like my world has always been chaotic. You know what I'm saying? From my childhood growing up. So through my marriage, you feel me, like I've learned to find peace, even though we come from similar backgrounds. So do you think like that being in the midst of chaos really affects, you feel me, a person's peace in a relationship?
That's how you find your peace. You can't find peace in a peaceful place, because you can be in a peaceful place and still have a lot going on within you. You can come into a relationship peaceful, but sometimes those gifts that we have or those things we develop have to be tested. And most times they're not tested until you get in a relationship. You don't know if you have peace if you're just confronted with positivity all the time. So most times our skills that we develop singularly aren't fully mastered until you are with another person, because they're going to test you, not on purpose, but this is a whole nother person, so you got to get to know each other. Your peace, your meditation, your prayers, whatever, that is when the fire to the pan happens. You cannot master or you cannot fully develop singularly. Yeah, you can have all the quiet. Let me say this. I'm alone, right? But I'm not lonely. I can deal with being by myself. When I'm with an individual, I'm still cool. If we're going to go back and forth, fine, we're going to go back and forth. But after that argument, we're going to figure out what's going on. We're going to have a conversation. That's the difference. I can get back to peace. I can get back to quiet because I have that within myself. Whether the other person has it or not, I can help you find the space. But you cannot always figure things out alone by yourself, because you need somebody to challenge it. Whether it's your kids, whether it's your job, whether it's your spouse, if it's a significant other, whatever. You always have to challenge what you're seeking, because that's how you know when you have it.
I am definitely guilty of that. Being alone, being a loner, I thought that my peace would just be, I could find it by myself. Being antisocial, not going on dates, not really fine-tuning, you know what I'm saying, dealing with different personalities. Now, we have situations where people get married and they've done a good job of hiding their traumas. Now you're in the thick of things. Now you're in the fire. Now you see each other every blood clot day. I think we've seen this, the microcosm of it during the pandemic. There was the highest rate of divorces after the pandemic and during the pandemic, right? What do you do? What do you do when you're in the thick of things and you think you know a person because you're so busy with the world, and you have to come together now? Now you're silent. Now you're dead. What do we do? How do you handle that?
You asking me or the panel?
Anyone who wants to speak.
I'm sorry, I was reading the comments. What was your question again? I'm sorry.
It's drawn out, but basically, when we know that we can do it by ourselves, right? Everybody feels like they can do it by themselves, but then we have the aspect of like the microcosm of the pandemic, where the highest divorce rates started happening within that 3-year period,
right?
And still to this day, right? What happens when you just jump into marriage and you have 8 hours in between y'all, and then you come together for a couple of hours at a night, and then you're like, when you jump right into marriage and you don't truly know each other, what do you do then?
Ooh,
that's a heavy one. I ain't gonna hold you. Well, there's really, unless you all have literally been around each other 24/7, with either y'all working at home or nobody has a job and y'all just been locked in a building, There's no way to really prepare for that. Now, what the pandemic made people realize is how much they either don't know each other or how much of they learned a lot about themselves. They learned how much of a short tolerance they have, short temper, how much they can stand each other, all the around, even their own kids. People were losing their minds because, for one, they're used to getting away from their kids daily for about 8 hours. But now everywhere you turn, every corner, every room, you run into your kids. Now every corner, every room, every time you come out the bathroom, when you want to go into the bathroom, you wake up, go to sleep, everything, you turn around, you see that person you married. 24/7, there's no breath, no space, no getting away. That is when you really see what you made of. And they were not, and a lot of people were not ready because they didn't know that that was part of the test. They didn't think of that being part of the agreement that they signed up for when they said I do. It didn't cross their mind like, could I stand this person? Granted, I know it's still death do us part, but they didn't expect this until like their retirement years. By then, all those 30, 40 some odd years, however long it takes to retire, that's preparation for being around you 24/7. Now, if you're like 10 years into it and then boom, now you into this 24/7.
Separate beds, bro. They was together for 35 years, bro. That little retirement fucked it up. They was even more.
Hey, what? See, there you go. Retirement messed it up. Then some people just never, like I said. Sometimes, because look up the stats. What are the stats of divorce rates after retirement? Because I'm pretty sure that's a thing too. Just the thought of just being around 24/7, or the.
To be honest with you, COVID just showed everybody where their friendship level was with their spouse.
Facts.
Because I mean, let's be real. Like,
I agree.
My wife and I, we spent a lot of time together. So when shit locked down, it was just her and I. It was like, oh, okay, niggas, more time for us. Like, we had the most fun in the jump. Like, I never ran through the house that much, like a little kid playing tag. You feel me? So it's like, okay, it is what it is. But when you only around people and you really don't like them and you tolerate them, what the hell is going on? When you around people and you can only tolerate them for short periods of time, you feel me? You're not going to want to be in there with them with COVID. What's this, Mo?
In 2021, the U.S. Census Bureau released new data indicating that the divorce rate in America is approximately 34%. Notably, adults between the ages of 55, and 64 have the highest divorce rates of any age group at 43%. A gray divorce is a term used to refer to couples over the age of 6. God damn, they have the highest divorce rate?
I didn't realize it was that high. This circles right back around to what I was saying. Some people, even after retirement, when you are forced in, and for real, it ties into what Rock's saying. Do you really love this person?
Appreciate you, bro.
When you are forced to be around nothing but that person.
What's crazy about that is, I choose my relationships like that. Like, can I literally sit in your face all day long and not get tired of you? Can you sit in my face all day long and not get tired of me? Because what happens if the relationship does turn serious and now you are talking engagement and marriage and things like that? So I think that's what keeps me from dating so much, because some people don't even get the chance to be around me. They irritate the hell out of me beforehand. Like the breadcrumbing. I can't stand the breadcrumbing. We can have any conversations you want to have, but if you good morning beautiful me every morning and you don't never have a conversation behind it, oh my God, it grinds my gears so bad. It's like, let me mute, because I'm about to go in. I hate that.
Okay, so first of all, I see what you're saying, Star, and that's I'm one of the people I like to be not necessarily in your face. I just want to be around. I have to talk. I just want to be around. But the thing is, people change, and we're constantly changing and growing and developing. The issue is you're not learning each other during these changes, and the reason why divorce happened as high as it did during the pandemic because again they didn't really know each other. They weren't friends. The friendship is the foundation of every relationship. That's important. I had a blast during the pandemic. My kids didn't get on my nerves any more than they already did. I had fun. The pandemic was just another time for me. So, but a lot of people again couldn't deal with that because they don't know those that surround them and they don't know themselves. So that's the basic. You got to learn who you are, learn your partner, and continuously do this because everybody changes. Your body changes, your mind, the way you think changes, your emotion, your spirit changes. You grow, you fall, you develop. You just gotta continuously learn each other. And again, the foundation of any relationship should be a great friendship. And if the friendship is waning, then get it back. But that's how you keep it going.
Agreed. Now, Mo, do me a favor because we were talking about divorce rates and such during the pandemic, and we're talking about how well we know our significant other. Do me a favor and look up the increase of domestic violence during the pandemic.
That was like 1,000.
And give me the exact numbers of that increase, shall we? Please.
Real quick shout out to Angle 45, Shorty, shout out to Zena,
Shouts out.
The Underground, shout out to Denise in the building, the coach A Diggs in the building, Miss Briggs is in the building, Kenyetta's in the building. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. We got our guests in the back. We about to hop to it in a second. And we got a few more minutes.
So listen, I'm not going to actually post it because that would take too long. So I'm just going to say this. The American Journal of Emergency Medicine said that domestic violence cases increased by 25 to 33% globally during the national COVID-19 and criminal justice shows an increase in the U.S. by a little over 8% following the imposition of lockdown. Now, that's crazy. That's only 8%.
Wow.
That's not a major increase.
I would venture to say that's how many reported it during then, because I'm sure it was way higher. The increase, the 8% was only of people who actually reported it because they was trying to get out of that house.
Yeah.
Because I know it was way more.
And granted, still, globally, who says all this has to be just domestic? All in all, I just find it very interesting. The one who you said I do to turns out to be an abuser because primarily y'all might have got sick of each other. And this could go both ways. We don't know the ins and outs of all this. The woman could be the abuser in some of these cases. But all in all,
talk about it.
All in all, I will say, I will end it with this. Everybody who's in a relationship, how well do you know your significant other? And I'll leave it there.
Man, look, real quick, you'll never know your significant other. I've been with my wife for almost, goddamn, 19, 20 years, and I'm still learning this lady. And that's facts. You'll never know fully the person, you know what I'm saying, that you with. But we're gonna spin a block on this. We might have to talk about this on our Patreon episode. I'm about to go ahead and bring our guest to the stage. So our special guest tonight is a special one. I watched this man develop from an artist to a writer to a videographer, photographer. Just been relentlessly pursuing the dream, man. There's not too many people that motivates me, but this good man right here definitely does provide that great motivation. I need to pull up and pull on. So, man, everybody, welcome to the stage, DC Don Juan, man.
All right.
Man, how y'all doing? First of all, thank you for that introduction.
Hey.
Thank you. What's going on with y'all?
What it do, bro?
Ain't nothing.
What's happening?
So, look, man, I appreciate you, you know what I'm saying, for making the time to come on the show. I'm honored. You know, I'm a fan, bro, since day one. And I definitely want to get what we can get done in this 30 minutes. So, to everybody that don't know who you is, let them know exactly who you are and what you do.
I'm DC Don Juan. Started out as, I'm an artist, photographer. I'm just a boost of energy, man. Anything that I do, I bring energy to the room, positivity. People just love to have me around. Good things happen.
Okay. So let's start with the music. How did you start with the music? Because like I said, I remember back in high school. You feel me? Just hearing you freestyling, doing your thing. Like how did this come about?
Well, my uncle, my mother's youngest brother, was a rapper. I always wanted to be like him. So I lived in New York, born in New York. When I moved to Maryland to start high school, I was away from my friends and stuff. So the only way I could cope, I was the biggest Bama in Suitland High School. You dig? But it's so funny because if you took the freshest dude in Suitland and brought him to New York, he would be the biggest Bama where I'm from. So it's like
right.
I had to find a way to adjust, and rapping was just the way to do so. So I used to just go outside in the lunchroom, and friendly raps turned into competition. I didn't know what competition was, and I didn't even know that people was competitive with that. But then when I seen people trying to take my head off, I came prepared every once, and then it became a thing. And then it just got outrageous, and I just stuck to it.
Okay. So Suitland High School, we breed a lot of talent in the entertainment, right?
Correct.
So to tap into the entertainment, you were signed at one point. Tell us about that.
Yes, I was signed to Jive Records, RCA. And then I had a production deal with New Entertainment. It was good. It was an experience. Everybody that has a rap dream always dream of getting signed with a major label, trying to get out the hood. It was an experience for me. I can say I was young, too young to learn or to know anything. I gave away my power of attorney. My lawyer was their lawyer. I didn't know conflict of interest existed. I was very, very young, man, and got taken advantage of. This is probably the first platform I'm saying it on. Nobody else heard this before. I got signed for $100,000 and only got $12,000 out of my $100,000. You know what I'm saying? So, like when you see Don Juan looky and all this stuff, I was doing all that by myself with my own dime, bro. Out of the $100,000, I only got 12, bro. So how far you expect my single to really go when I got dicked out of the situation? You know what I mean?
Right. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Looky was MTV Jam of the Week at one point, wasn't it?
Yes, it
was. I remember seeing that in rotation. That was good.
It was a big win for the city, and it's so funny because it's like a balloon. I was so proud for our city that we was finally getting a turn, but the love that I was getting was like a little pin in a big balloon. Eventually, the air gonna come out, and it was just I was taken for granted, and it was bittersweet because I was going against my hometown, and I was repping the city I was living in, and they were taking it for granted. So it was like, damn if you do, damn if you don't, kind of a situation,
Mm-hmm. Now it's facts. Your pen game is mean. You know what I'm saying? I know you can't discuss exact specifics, but you became a writer in the game. How has that been? How's that experience been writing for yourself and then penning music for others?
That was a big change. When I finished doing the music for myself, I kind of stepped away when I had my son. I wanted to spend more time with him. Family is everything for me. It always comes first. So the first person I started writing with Jacquees and for Jacquees when he was really, really.
Mike probably calling.
Yeah, naturally. It happens. When you're popular like that, you dig?
Give him a second. He'll be right back. He'll be
Yes,
right back.
indeed.
He'll be right
Yes,
back.
indeed.
For everybody that's watching this feed, in the meantime, make sure y'all hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Share this feed. Spam it to your friends' inbox and everything. We appreciate all the support, and stay tuned for that Patreon link. We're going to drop that exclusive real quick. I'm going to put him backstage until he comes back. Okay, there you go.
Hello.
There you go.
I'm sorry. I today is my launch for my Rolling Leafs, and we got DC Young Fly in there. I'm just got a lot of things going on right now, but I had to step away to talk to y'all. But the writing thing just came about. I was writing for Jacquees. My son was born. I needed something to do. I didn't want to go on stage and go touring. So Free, that was working for 95.5 at the time, was like, yo, pull up at the studio with Flex. I fell back in love with helping her with her verses. One thing led to another. Got some Twister placements. Got some placements with Bobby Valentino. God has just been good, and I'm a humble soul, man. I just want to just keep working. Yes, sir.
Man, it sounds like it's going up in there, man. Hey, listen, Hey, but hey, listen. So with the things, and I mean, I'm pretty sure you seen what happened between Cardi B and Kanye, right?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Um, since you mentioned that you've written for people, right? How do you feel about that process? Getting the writers credits, or do you assist them, or do you directly just give them a verse?
Well, there's different people, and before I even answer that question, there's nothing wrong with ghostwriting, and there's nothing wrong with taking records. You have rappers, then you have entertainers. You know, there's brackets for everyone, and I don't think if you're some people had the look, some people had the wordplay, some people had the melody. Very rarely do you see a person with all that fill all check all boxes, you know. So what I feel about it is just be honest, be upfront. Don't try to mislead your fans because they're gonna see right through you. You know what I'm saying? There's certain people that they don't even care if they write their music or not because they just love the feel that they bring. You know, so when it comes to me, I start with the hook. I give a person a melody. I give a person a direction. And if I see them struggling, well, now I don't want to say see them struggling because that sounds crazy. But if I see that I can help a little, I'm always going to voice my opinion. And at the end of the day, it's a vibe. Nobody's better than anybody in this room. That's why we in the same room. You know.
That's dope. That's dope. So you transitioned from the music and you picked up the camera. What
Yeah.
what what was that transition? How did that come about?
Well, I was always the dude in the hood that was, you know, doing everything for everybody. So when I didn't have a camera, I was shooting everybody music videos with my iPhone, and it was floating and getting its way around. I just always was in love with the culture. So my father was a photographer, videographer. He passed away about 5 years ago. So for me to fill that void and the you know therapeutic, I picked up his camera. One thing led to another. Moved to Atlanta to rejoice with my cousin Issa, Jacquees, and them. Uh, One thing led to another again, and God was good, man. I could tell you the truth, bro. I didn't know that this was gonna be my life with a camera in my hand, touring the world with these artists. But I like this life better than the rap life. Honestly, it's just 100% me. I ain't gotta be nothing else or smile in somebody's face that I don't want to. You know.
So you
So
said
I
two.
have a
Wait, I'm
question.
sorry. Wait.
So I was going to say, because you brought up touring, a lot of people don't know what a rider is. So a rider is the contract that the
The
promoters and the
artist.
venue sign with the artists of the things that they
Yeah.
need. So what I
Yeah.
wanted to know is on DC Don Juan's rider, what's one thing that he absolutely has to have in his dressing room at every performance?
Loud leaves. But if we're not gonna promote that, I need Reese's.
Man,
Please
man,
make
man,
sure
man.
the
Let's go. Let's
Reese's.
go. Let's go.
I need Reese's. And what else I need? What else is a need? I don't. Yeah, I need Reese's. That's about it. Reese's is candy, just a source of candy. I love candy. Just any kind of candy get me going, and and a good vibe. That's all I need.
I will second you on the Reese's. I love
These are
Reese's.
my man. I get the king size too. Don't get the 2-pack because you're gonna be mad at yourself. Got 4-pack always.
All right. So question
Facts.
about that: in the freezer or room temperature?
Oh, you dirty. Oh, all right. So if it's hot outside, if it's hot outside, we're gonna put it in the freezer. But room
Okay.
temperature is the best, pause, because
Boo.
you know what the chocolate do when you eat it, pause. You know what I'm saying? When it's room temperature. So you feel me?
Always cold, bro. Always cold, bro.
Nah, cold
Me,
mess with
I,
my teeth sometimes. When it's
hey,
cold, you don't taste the milk
facts.
chocolate, or you taste the peanut butter.
Hey, I do not discriminate as long as I get to eat the Reese's.
I like that too. There's no
Right.
wrong way to eat a Reese's. That's how it is, right?
Super
So
facts.
I gotta ask. You mentioned the loud leaf, and I'm super psyched and I'm proud of this because I know you as a smoker. You're a leaf roller. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So let everybody know that's watching this what is loud leaf and let them know what the movement is.
Okay, loudly. Well, this is why it's great to have connections and it's great to keep your. Let me tell you something. Success is 90% relation, 10% talent. You know what I mean? And you want to always have your relations on board. You don't want to burn no bridges. My good guy John. Let me see where John at. Hold on, real quick. I got y'all exclusive interview, real quick. Not interview, but where John at? I just want to say this in front of him so that y'all can see what's going on. Hey, John. John. I am on a podcast to say hello. This is who introduced me to Loud Leaf right here. This is my
What's up,
father.
man?
I knew this guy for about 10, 15 years. He was a producer. I was the artist, of course, getting placements and things of that nature. He called me while I was on tour, on the Future tour, and says, "Hey, Don, I got this situation, Loud Leaf, and we want to, try to get with you and your influences. We love your energy. We love what's going on, blah, blah, blah." You know me, I'm a genuine person. I don't like to endorse nothing that I don't use myself. I don't want to mislead nobody. Long story short, they came to me with a situation that I couldn't refuse. Here we are today. It's I take pride in it too, because it came from nothing. And I see everybody getting dispensaries. I see everybody getting their legal license for marijuana. They're going to need something to put the marijuana in. So that's where we come into play. You know what I'm saying? We better than others. We cut purer than others. And there's no mold on our leaf. There's no guts inside of it. You ain't got to break it down. It comes pre-cut for you. Everything's real.
Cool. Okay, so yeah, let me know when that stock back up. I'm gonna have to do a review on those.
Oh no! After today, it's stocking back up right now. That's what we're doing right now. I don't know if y'all can see. How can I make my camera go the other way? I don't know how to do that fancy stuff, but it's all good. I'm trying to show y'all a little bit of the action, but we doing something nice. You see?
So, if you don't mind, I have one more question for you. I noticed early on in the interview, you said that you was born in New York, and I'm from Brooklyn. Shout out. So my question is, Butters, Tim's, or Nike boots?
Ooh.
You said Butters and Tim's are the same thing, though. You asking Butters or Nike boots?
Yeah.
Butters.
Yeah, I know Butters and Tim's is the same, but Nike, Tim's come in different colors. So I had to be specific on what I'm asking you.
We're going with Butters.
Yes.
Because, I got a bit of
don't crease them.
Nike boots, like Butters all day. Nike boots. My producer Osinachi went and gave Wale the beat for Nike boots, so I can no longer use Nike boots. I'm a
oh.
Hold up. I'm an old ass man. I love Butters, bro. Like I grew up on Butters. Nike boots wasn't even invented when I was growing up. So I had to have the Butters, the double sole.
No disrespect to DC. I love DC, love DMV, but Nike boots are police boots. Like we know those for police gear. Like they you know what I'm saying? So,
that's true though. That's true.
All right, so look, I got a question for you, and this is coming from the DMV.
Mm-hmm.
You moved, you made it. You're doing very well.
Thank you.
And I always get upset when I see these lists come out and your name is not mentioned. I feel like there's a list of names that just don't get their just dues. You feel me?
Nah, it's personal. The person behind that list just don't like me. You know what I mean? Let me tell you. I don't know if you ever sat and realized about our environment, but let's look at the people that really like had a shot and made it in my era from our city. You got Tabby Bonet, you got Wale, you got Raheem Devon, you got Angel Lola Love. The thing that all these people have in common and fill our day, they all African. And there's nothing wrong with it, but it's like if you're not in line with their conglomerate and their situation, you're an outcast, and they're gonna make it difficult for you to do anything you want to do in that city. The African on the club, you got Taz Wolve, you got Mark Bond, like all these people are connected together. So if you're by yourself and you don't have a strong enough team to fight through that, it's gonna be hard for you to get anywhere. You know what I'm saying? So that's where that whole situation came about.
Shout out to the FBA.
To the who?
Nah, I'm fucking around. I'm just playing. I'm trying to ignite a fire, bro. It's all good. She know who who I'm talking to.
DC is where the president lives. It's politics as usual. Everything in DC goes through politics.
So, what do you think is holding back? Because music, the industry comes through DC. Is facts. Like we're a hub for the entertainment industry. What's stopping us from breaking through?
I'm gonna tell you the truth. We're stopping us from breaking through. DC is great to come visit. DC is the little Miami without the water. Like DC is the popping spot for restaurants, for clubs, and all that stuff. But when it comes to like rap and music, we're not real with ourselves. Like in order to be sold, you got to be a product worth selling. And if these people look in the mirror and get their ego away from it and stop being so emotional, they know that what they selling don't even belong on the same shelf as these people that's selling. Like you got to switch it up. Stop making music for your hood and for Lil Tim and them, and go out there and really shock the world, bro. Like you know, like this is a big world that we live in, and people trying to get credentials from the ones around the corner. That's where you lose. Too stagnant on where you at.
Facts.
No, I mean they don't want to hear it from me, but it's the truth. Like I'm around the people that's making it every day. Like I'm seeing how they make it, why they make it, and where they made it from. Like if they don't want to hear it from me, they just don't want to hear it. You know, like it's the truth.
Yeah. So I gotta ask you this question. And I asked you the other day, and it's always positive peer pressure. When are we gonna get another one EP or album?
All right. To tell you the truth, with that, it's just timing. Because right now, people love bullshit, and I work too hard to deliver bullshit, to diminish myself, to make bullshit, create bullshit, and that's just what the world want to see right now. If you're not talking about ass, lean, drugs, this, that, and the third, they really just don't want to hear you and turning up. And that's not. I'm not in that point in my life right now. I'm a grown man with multi businesses, and I'm not about to sit here and throw it away just for the approval of people that don't.
So I got to cut you off right there. What about making it for us as contemporary listeners?
Because the ones that contemporary listeners are the ones that get lost in the sauce. I would definitely do it for y'all, but it's not y'all that's going to control the masses of what I'm doing it for. I got to take time away from my son, my other businesses, to get in the studio, package this up. It got to be worth more than just the people that I got to, you know, it's music. This is another career. If I'm going to put that hat on, it's going to be career-wise, and I got to make it wise because I don't want to shoot myself in the foot or bite off more than I can chew. You know, like we human, we really think we can do everything, but unless you got a team involved to help you with the rollout, you're not ready. And I'll get beat up right now by everybody else that putting their music out. My music
How
is
do you
better,
feel about?
but
I'm sorry. Your
Marcus,
music is no. Listen. I've been listening to you all day, right?
Thank you.
Let me tell you this. Oh, let me ask you this.
Okay.
It's been a lot of controversy about the streaming, right? Snoop Dogg has been speaking out. A lot of people have been speaking out. Do you feel like it's worth your time? It feels like if you do put out something, you're going to have to do more tour dates to make the money or recoup what you put into it than it is for the streams.
See, when I was doing it and when y'all had albums coming out by me, it was really me and my crew having fun. They turned it way too much business oriented, and there's just no fun in it no more. It's like clout chasey. Like there's no reason why a veteran should be fighting for a spot from a socialite. You know what I mean? Like just because you got clout, now you want to release music. Like it's a slap in the face for everyone who's been doing it for decades and the culture. You know, like it's just really. I always look at parallel the music industry like the NBA industry. I really wish people had to go to college or get drafted or something like that in order to make it to the industry, because at least they'll have some kind of talent we know, not just a clouded climate. You know. That's
I like
how
that.
That's
I
real.
really study this industry, and for real. I know the ins and outs because I wanted to be it since a kid. So for me to step away from it, y'all, you know it gotta be involved in that water. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. So, Don Juan. Now I ask a lot of I asked a lot of our guests this question, and you being a man of everything you've done, everything you are doing, and everything you plan on doing. Question I have for you: once everything is all said and done, what do you want people to remember Don Juan for?
I want people to remember I chose humbleness over clout, and I'm the best father in the world because I'll leave all this in a heartbeat if my son asks me to. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, people got to remember I've been in front of a camera and in front of people since I was about 17. I lived with Allen Iverson and DeMar Johnson and them for 4 years. Like, I've done enough. So when this is said and done, as long as my son can reap the benefits and happy at what his father accomplished and doing, I'm good, bro. I can't even ask for nothing else. I got one child, and he's all that matters. So if he's good, I'm great.
So what's next?
Loud leaf, baby. We getting everybody's lungs smoky. You know what I'm saying? We doing what we gotta do. Nah, for real. What's next is we got the Ride Wave tour coming up. I just got asked to be on a Walmart HBCU tour, so I got that coming up. Offset tour just might go. I need y'all to pray for me. I might snatch that away too.
Okay.
we got a lot of things going on, man. It's just I'm just humble, so you really gotta keep up because you're not. If you miss it, you're gonna miss what I'm doing because I'm not gonna say it more than like twice. I don't like that bragging shit. I'm already from New York. They already think I'm cocky, so that's why I always be humble as hell. You know what I mean? That's why.
I can dig it, bro. I can dig it. Phoenix.
I didn't really have much to say. Well, I do. Okay, so me, you, and Brock went to Suitland together.
Oh, you went to Suitland too?
Mm-hmm.
See, we connected. We ran.
So my question to you: when you got here
Mhm.
and you checked the environment, you felt like an outsider, and you found your way in the battle. The battle rap, quote unquote. Did you feel like you had to prove yourself,
Every day
and why?
because I was young. And everyone that's that age feel like they have to prove themselves to be liked. That's why they do the things they do and get in trouble with the people they get in trouble with. I had to learn where my confidence come from, and that don't come from other people liking me. That come from me liking me. I used to get in so many fights in Suitland I wanted my mom to send me back to New York, like go live with you know what I'm saying? But that never happened. So once I knew that wasn't happening, I had to just get over it. And Capitol Heights is where I wound up. And I had some cool people in Capitol Heights that helped me adjust. They didn't treat me like a New Yorker. They treated me like a friend. And, shout to RIP to my man Frankie. He was one of the ones that helped me down the most. Still to this day, I talk to Puff, to Kester, Booyang. My Cap Heights. And don't just because I'm in Atlanta and I'm gone, don't mean I don't talk to my day ones like time to time. I might not do it on the Instagram or internet, but I do it in person. You know what I mean?
True.
Would you do that? If you had the chance, would you do it that way again? Would you go from New York to DC,
Yeah.
Maryland?
It was such a now that I'm a father, I understood what my parents were trying to do. I didn't grow up in the best environment in New York, so they tried to move me somewhere where I could have a chance, not knowing that Cap Heights was also not the best environment, but they tried. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't change anything for the simple fact that I think the odds are against you if you try to become successful in your hometown. People think they know you, they judge you, they think they know all your capabilities. But when you go to another spot, they got to figure you out. You fresh. They're not going to judge you for what you did or what you used to do or how your uncle was or. So I definitely wouldn't change nothing. I love the fact that I was moving around like an army baby. I met a lot of people.
Star.
Okay, there we go. Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
My button stuck. So here's my final question to you. So let's say you have a time machine, right? And you decide to go back and visit your younger self. What would that advice be? And what would you tell your younger self about the man that you are today?
I would tell myself, take the Disney deal instead of the Jive deal. Don't worry about going back to the hood saying you signed to Disney because you're not a gangster anyway. You a Disney dude, nigga. You scream "oh boy" and smile all damn day. Bet on yourself, I really took the Jive deal, which I thought was the wrong deal, but the right deal at the time. But if I could go in a time machine, I really would have took Disney. Don't get me wrong. I love how everything turned out, and I don't take anything for granted. I just know if I thought then how I think now, that would have been a better play, a bigger play in another situation. I wouldn't have put myself in the box that everybody else was already in, So I definitely would have told my younger self, bet on yourself. Don't worry about what other people think about you.
That's real. That's real. Well, first and foremost, Mr. DC Juan, thank you for joining us tonight. It was definitely a pleasure having you on. So lastly, before we wrap everything up, please let everybody out there know where they can follow you, keep in touch with you, and everything you got going on.
You can follow me at I am Don Juan on Instagram or anything. You can catch your loud leaf. Make sure y'all grab y'all loud leaf when it's out in stores. We can just drop the DC Fly Guy. You know what I'm saying? DC Young Fly edition. I'm doing everything. I got Frenchies for sale. My dog just had a litter. You know, tell everybody that I got Frenchie for sale. I'm trying to do it all, man. I want the world proud of me, like my son proud of me, man. You can find me at the Lyrics location on the Lyrics tour. We're doing a Ride Wave tour, like I just said. Just holler at me. And when you see me, say, "Oh boy, man." I'm not. I might got a mean face on myself because I mug a lot, just because I'm focused. But I promise you, I'm not mean. I'm not stuck up. I'm not Hollywood. Holler at your boy. It's your boy DC Don Juan. Oh boy.
Much love, Don Juan. Everybody give it up for my guy real quick. Shouts out to Don Juan. Thank you again, brother. Appreciate you.
Thank you. I'm about to go back to work, man. Thank y'all so much, for real.
Much love.
All right.
OG, dope as heck. Real talk.
So, that was a dope interview, dope show. I guess it's about our time to wrap it up because we got 3 minutes. So, quick.
I am kquick.com, Beast Bars and Fave ENT. Just a reminder, tickets are on sale right now to the biggest Halloween event of the year. So make sure y'all cap y'all tickets. You know, visit the No Filter page, visit my social media or anybody's social media. You will find all the info right there. So if you're in DC, October 28th, pull up and meet us on the roof because it's about to be an entire movie up there. Y'all already know the vibes. Quick, BBF, all that good stuff. And also subscribe to this channel. New clips will be dropping this weekend. Shouts out.
Man, and that's what this is your boy GMO, aka non-GMO. Catch me next Wednesday with the Blue Phoenix. We will have our show, Both Sides of the Coins, coming back. You hear me? Every other week. But love, peace, and light. Deuces.
I'm the Blue Phoenix. You can catch me at the Blue Phoenix Hills everywhere. Like most of next Wednesday on Both Sides of the Coin. My voice should be a lot better and I should have some headphones by then. Good night, y'all.
And I am Just Star, and you should already know where to catch me. But if not, catch me in traffic. Just don't run me over. Mwah.
And of course, I'm TaylorMade Rock. Follow me on all social media platforms at TaylorMade Rock. But before we go, we know that tomorrow's Friday. It's payday. And I know somebody feels like this, so I want to leave you on this note.
Fuck this job, fuck you boss, fuck your profit and fuck your loss. Fuck you, Linda, at the front desk too. Guy in the mailroom, fuck you. This whole company can slide my knob. Fuck all y'all, fuck this job. Fuck this job.
Good night, ladies and gentlemen.